eating macaroni. I like eating macaroni.
The ORF approach provides children with a whole variety of activities to experiment elemental music, such as dances, games, rhymes, poems. There's so much that comes into it.
And sometimes music can be hard, and other subjects can be hard too, but she just says, just try your best and never give up.
Yeah, it works.
Good morning. How is everyone? Good. Good. We're looking good this morning.
The ORF approach is for all children. They can all enjoy this.
We are going to be learning a beautiful poem. This poem is about a lemon and a pickle.
For
And
both
these guys
grade
are
3 and 4, this poem can be used, of course, to explore the creative process, which is really the foundation of the new arts curriculum.
A lemon and a pickle knocked at the door.
They just came from the grocery store.
They just came from the grocery store.
The ORF approach is based on language. When I teach music to children, I use the natural inflection of language to teach rhythms.
1, 2, and here we go. A lemon and a pickle knocked at the door.
The way I decided to teach the poem was using a lot of energy. I wanted to stress certain words so that the children would start listening to that sort of inflection. And the more energetic you are, the better it is because you can hear the inflection.
The lady went upstairs to get her son. You should have seen the lemon and the pickle run and freeze on there. Perfect. Beautiful. How many sounds do we have in lemon and a? Lemon and a. 4 sounds. So
For a grade 3 class, this poem, the poem that I've used, The Lemon and the Pickle, can be used to teach the brand new concept of 16th notes from scratch. They've never heard it before. And especially if we are following the curriculum, in grade 3 is the year when they're supposed to learn about 16th notes.
lemon and a pickle.
Tika, tika, tea, tea.
Excellent. Knocked at the door.
Tea, tika, ta.
Beautiful.
When I teach music to children, I use the natural inflection of language to teach rhythms. If we have any ESL students in the classroom, this really helps with helping the students understanding and listen to the sounds in English so that they can improve his own speaking. So even if he's not really understanding my instruction, when I actually start to say a specific word that translates into rhythm, he's going to hear that sound and trying to repeat it and create music with it. The whole lesson needs to be taught over time. You can't do the whole lesson at once because it creates confusion for the children. Best thing is to just divide it up into bits and pieces. Maybe the first time you teach the poem, and then next class, you can add maybe the ostinato, the body percussion ostinato, where the ostinato again is a repeated pattern.
I like eating macaroni. I like eating macaroni. I
like eating macaroni. I like eating macaroni.
Carl Orff thought that music should never be alone, but should be connected to movement, speech, and dance. He thought the children learn best when they can internalize first. Not just music, but anything. They can internalize it through their body. It's successful because they can move, they can dance, they can listen to words, and they can translate those words into a sound. So they feel accomplished when they leave the room because they already have created music, because it takes the stress away from the children. Okay, here, sit, play an instrument. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I've never done it before. But then when it's natural, it just makes more sense to them.
You should have seen the lemon and the pickle run and freeze. Okay, good. I want you to think of words that have 4 sounds in them that we can translate into tika tika. I want you to think of words that have 2 sounds in them, so ti ti, and I want you to think of words that have 1 sound, ta.
So after, let's say, 3 lessons of working simply on the poem, with the ostinato that goes with it, that comes with it, they can start moving on to creating their own rhythmic sentences.
Let's start with 4 sounds for foods. Helen.
Watermelon.
Watermelon! Yes.
We generate ideas at the beginning. I sort of help them when we brainstorm words that have 4 sounds in them, or 1 sound or 2 sounds. And once they have that knowledge, they spread in their groups, they go out in groups and they work on it.
What's your sentence?
Our first one is Helen likes watermelon.
The creative process happens over a longer period of time. They have time to think, they have time to work in groups, and I allow them to help each other create rhythm.
Chocolate sundaes. Chocolate sundaes are so delicious.
I think that children enjoy learning this way because the sense of play is always there. When we move, when we walk, when we say things together, when they repeat, when we play around with language and inflection, they enjoy it, they are engaged, and I can tell from the way they are in the classroom when I watch them. And they always want more. They always ask me, can we do that poem again? Or can we play this song again? Or can we do the dance again? Or can we change the dance? Can we make it this way? So they really use their creativity as well.
Hearts with big black one. Colored with red marker.
Aha! Excellent. That was perfect.
Another really strong aspect of the ORF approach is that I can really use different ways to teach the same concept. We use movement, so for those children that learn kinesthetically, their learning becomes natural because we're moving all the time. I use visuals by putting the poster up with all the words so that just in case if they forget a few sentences, at least they have it there, they can see it immediately. For the linguistic children, we definitely have, again, the inflection of the language that is used all the time and helps them understanding rhythmic structure. For those children that learn mathematically, music is really math. So when we talk about counting, when we talk about beats, when we talked about sounds and syllables structure, they totally are with me. They connect to it.
And 1, 2, here you go. And now sing. Queen, Queen Caroline, washed her hair in turpentine. The focus of the second lesson is improvisation. We also have the instrument element. And 2, now 3. With the ORF instruments, they have to play with correct mallet technique and seated posture as well. They're learning, they're composing on the spot, they're creating, they're improvising. They're also reviewing the rhythmic elements of 16th notes, 8th notes, quarter notes. They are practicing their ability to keep a steady beat, especially the bass instruments, where the beat really needs to be strong. And they also are sort of practicing their beat counting ability so that they know where they are in the music. Start on A, end on A, and improvise on whatever notes you would like to do. Okay, so create your own melody. I will just give you the instruction of starting on A and ending on A, and follow my rhythm. Go. Tika, tika, ti, ti.
With the second lesson, the creative process happens, but it's instant. The children don't have time to think what they want to play. They don't have time to think about the notes they're going to be using. They don't have time to think about what rhythm they're going to be using. Sometimes, for some children, this can be intimidating because they really don't have time to be ready for it. And but it's the more a teacher does it in her classroom, the better it is. They'll get used to it. They'll want more of it.
Queen, Queen Caroline, washed her hair in turpentine, turpentine made it shine.
My favorite part of music class is learning new things and like experimenting with them.
Queen, Queen Caroline.
My favorite part was the improvisation because I like to express myself with other different things.
I like the Orff instruments because you get to sort of explore with music. You could like do all kinds of stuff on it. Like, let's just say you could tap a note, another note, and you keep tapping, and then it makes a noise, some kind of noise. And you know, like when you find something that you don't know what it is, and then you kind of explore with it, you know more about the object.